Welcome to AC 24/7. I'm Aaron Dean. House Speaker Mike Johnson reportedly says a bipartisan border deal is officially dead. That's according to Republicans who attended a meeting with him on Tuesday. Johnson's office says that he'll address the matter at length this week. The Advocate Channel's Amy Kiley reports on the politics surrounding this decision.
I have talked to former President Trump about this issue at length, and he understands that. He understands that we have a responsibility to do here.
Speaker Mike Johnson is declaring a bipartisan border deal dead, according to House Republicans. Former President Donald Trump wants to kill the plan. GOP Senator James Lankford has been negotiating with Senate Democrats. That has Republican leaders feeling stuck, according to GOP Senator John Cornyn.
We ought to do everything we can to try and fix it. And if we can't get there, fine. But if we don't try, then shame on us.
Some Republicans are falling in line with Trump. They refuse to support any border legislation that doesn't meet all their demands. That's a tall order in a divided Congress.
Bipartisanship is the only way that action on the border is going to happen.
Republicans say President Joe Biden should use more executive actions to address immigration.
Our country is experiencing a full-fledged invasion with illegal immigrants encouraged by Joe Biden's open border policies.
Biden says he's done all he can without Congress, but he says the day he can sign a bipartisan bill letting him close the border, he will shut it down. I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
The Food and Drug Administration is updating its oversight of cosmetic products. The agency says that it receives about 5,000 reports each year about health problems related to the use of cosmetic products. Late last year, the FDA was given the authority to regulate cosmetics under the Modernization of Cosmetics Regulation Act. Regulations now require manufacturers and distributors to submit reports of serious adverse events related to cosmetic products directly to the FDA and to do so within 15 business days. Before, reports were only voluntary. According to Harvard University, half of all renters in the U.S. are paying more in rent than they should. That's defined as rent using up more than 30% of your income. The good news is rent is actually coming down in most of the country. The median ask rent is just above $1,700, which is down $63 from its peak in July of 2022. That's going to vary from city to city, but even in Manhattan, rent dropped for the first time in more than 2 years in November. A Delaware judge has thrown out Tesla CEO Elon Musk's massive multi-billion-dollar pay package that was awarded to him back in 2018. This is the same pay package that made Musk the richest person on Earth, the equivalent of $51 billion 6 years later. The judge ruled that Musk and the Tesla board bore the burden of proving that the compensation plan was fair and that they failed to meet their burden. Musk posted a tweet saying, quote, "Never incorporate your company in the state of Delaware." Colleges are getting financial aid data from students later this year. That's because the Department of Education revamped the free application for federal student aid last year. It had to be updated again early this month to include inflation data. That freed up an additional $1.8 billion in financial aid, but it also delayed processing. The Department of Education told colleges not to expect data until the first half of March. That's usually about when students are used to hearing a decision on their aid. It's likely that that will be delayed this year, but most schools still require students to commit to them by May 1st. Download the Advocate Channel app on your smartphone or smart TV. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok for the latest updates, and subscribe to us on YouTube. There's more Advocate Channel entertainment and news coming up right after the break. Thanks for joining us. I'm Aaron Dean.